برحب فيكم مرة جديدة بجلسة جديدة بعنوان الميناء والترابط الإقليمي. ميناء الفاو الكبير بوابة العراق نحو التنمية والتجارة الإقليمية هو أكثر من مجرد ميناء، إنه مشروع استراتيجي سيعزز الربط بين العراق ودول الجوار خاصة تركيا وأوروبا. في جلستنا هذه خبراء من تركيا، نرحب بالسيد فاتح ترياكي أوغلو المدير التنفيذي لترياكي أجرو، السيد حمدي أرشليك رئيس مجلس إدارة جمعية مشغلي الموانئ التركية، والسيد فاروق دوغان الأمين العام لجمعية مشغلي الموانئ التركية. First of all, Mr. Fatah, we would like to welcome you on stage for your keynote speech.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is it working? Yeah. Excellencies, honorable ministers, we are honored to convey our deep gratitude to the Iraqi government officials and Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, and to the government of Iraq for their trust and for their collaboration. So it's profound honor to be in here, Basra, today. I'm not going to make it very long. Just a quick introduction about our company first, then I would like to elaborate a little bit more why FAO is important for us. So Tiryaki Agro is a global power born in Turkey. It's the region's largest and one of the world leading agricultural supply chain companies operating across food, including grain, oilseed, such as soybean crush, sugar refining, flour milling, as well as animal nutrition, farming, ag-based energy, and strategic service, including the port services. So with over 60 years of experience, we connect farmers, markets, and consumers across the globe. So today we process and trade around like 6.5 million tons of the product every year. We source from 45 countries and we are selling to the 50 countries and operate through the 40 different ports. So we manage around 29 facilities in 11 different countries. We operate in destination markets. Some of them are USA, Europe, Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Ghana, Nigeria, Venezuela, and Kazakhstan. In the origin market, Brazil, Argentina, USA, Black Sea region, Canada, and Australia as well. So our role as Tiryaki Agro in the world is not limited by any single activity. We operate across the entire value chain, from the farmer, from the inland logistic to the global ports. Just to give the small grasp about the next 5 years investment prospect to understand the size. So we are in the next 5 years investment prospect that we are planning to make close to $1 billion investment in all over the world. And I am happy almost like 40% of this $1 million is going to be coming to Iraq. So with the $400 million in Iraq, specifically in the area of the flour milling, food and feed security compounds, grain terminal in FAO, and grain logistics as well, strategic grain logistics. So, and all the investment about this 1 billion, Iraq has been the heart of our journey. So in Qasr 2 years ago, we materialized one of the most meaningful private agribusiness investment, full soybean crush plant, 3,500 metric tons per day, which is one of the largest in its field in the region. And as a facility built together with the IFC, with the international development banks and international partners, and dedicated serving the Iraq development program, Iraq food security. And we are not working with the government, we are working with the private sectors. By the end of 2025, with our 270 people team, almost 80% is the Iraqi nationals, which I am proud to say that, and 20% is the expat. And we are doing right now 2.24 million tons of cargo, which is with $820 million revenue. With, more importantly, we are doing $250 million soybean oil export, which represents 7% of the Iraq non-oil export revenue. So, which also make us the largest exporter in Iraq in the non-oil side. So our commitment is long-term, and in the next 5 years we are planning to go to 5 million tons. But why, you might have a question that why the grain person is sharing this stage. So FAO is not important only for the oil and gas, but FAO is a kind of a backbone of the food security and also backbone of the inflation, food inflation as well. So today, Iraq is working with the Qasr port with 10.5 meter draft because of the channel, but with the FAO in place, we are going to see. With the FAO in place, we are going to be seeing the security in the food and feed security, mainly. So we aim to grow our volume from 2.5 million to the 5 million tons. Imagine that we are buying the soybean from Brazil and we are bringing in front of the chicken and making the meal and bringing in front of the chicken. We bring it from the farmer, we bring it to the port. From the port, we are bringing to the Qasr or FAO, and from FAO, we are bringing to the poultry farms. So that represents any soybean, the cost in front of the chicken, it costs 50% of its cost is the logistic cost. So that's why FAO is one of the main part of our investment. So the expectation will not only enhance the supply capacity, but also strengthen the Iraq position as a regional hub for the food and feed security. And before I conclude, let me reflect on the Grand Al-FAO once more. This is not the only Iraq flagship project. It's a transformational gateway that will position the country as a central hub between Asia and Europe, as everybody says. Once completed, as FAO will expand Iraq's reach to the global trade routes, reduce costs, accelerate logistic and anchor prosperity across the region. I want to say, as a foreign investor who has been in Iraq for almost 10 years, which we have invested almost like $150 million in the Qasr port, I would like to express my gratitude to Iraqi government. There was another question in the earlier session. They were saying that, what makes the private investor to have the concern of coming here? So we are quite an example of it. So we can say that private investors in Iraq, they feel quite comfortable with the current government, with the current management, especially with the leadership of Dr. Farhan and with the leadership of Mr. Mohammed Najjar, and with the leadership of His Excellency's Prime Minister Mohammed Shiad Said Sudani. Thank you very much, and appreciate for your patience.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So he mentioned the private sector point of view. Let's now listen to the other point of view, also coming from Turkey. Mr. Hamdi, I'll start with you. Mr. Fateh said that Iraq has always been in the heart of the Turkish investments and projects. How does Turkey view the role of Grand FAO Port and the development road in enhancing trade between Iraq, Turkey, and Europe? Excuse me, guys, the microphone is not working.
Test.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Your Excellencies, distinguished ministers, esteemed guests, partners, ladies and gentlemen. A very good question. Thank you very much for it. I'm great to honor stand here on behalf of Turklim, the Port Operator Association of Turkey. Witness the remarkable progress on what is progressing on the FAO port. It's really exciting, and also create an exhausting the investors to go further to invest in the Iraq. To be on the ground, I feel the ambition on the project ambition in the earlier sessions. We are not looking at a construction investment. We are looking at a gateway for the global trade. It's a monumental thing for the next decades, I think. In the earlier session, again, we talked about the engineering capacity of the port. It can welcome the biggest container vessels to host them in the FAO port. It's a very good capacities, but the crucial thing is not the capacities in the today's logistic complex environment. The true genius lies in the strategy, this integrated strategy between FAO port and the development road together. This is a huge investment, 1,200 kilometers roadway and railway. This system creates a single, seamless logistic machine, connecting this maritime gateway to first Turkey, then to Europe. Mm-hmm. The strategic importance is immense. This is new, competitive, and resilient trade corridor. We now experience the how can stuck in the choke points like the Suez Channel in the last 2 years. So this is an important investment, not only connecting Iraq to the world markets, but also all the east to the west.
Yes.
I hope the answer is enough.
I'm going to ask then Mr. Farouk more about the technicality of the port. How does Turklim nowadays can contribute in the work of Al-FAO port?
Yes, thank you very much for this question. First of all, I would like to express my honor to address such distinguished guests, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, I would like to express shortly what Turklim does. What is Turklim? Turklim is the Port Operators Association of Turkey. And Turklim is the unique and only association of Turkey for Turkey's foreign trade, serving as the essential umbrella organization for the Turkish port industry. And Turklim has 30 years of experience and member to many prominent international maritime and port associations and institutions. And counting the international ports in Turkey, there are almost 200 ports, and almost half of those ports are member to Turklim, and those are the ports which dominates exports and imports almost 90% from each type of goods. And Turklim is an interesting association. It has a vocational qualification and personal certification center inside its organization, which is authorized to give certification in accordance with the international standards for some blue-collar workers in the ports. We also have a Turklim Academy. That is also a training and education institution inside Turklim, and we train white and blue collars in our association. What is our concerns at the moment? What are we dealing with at the moment? First of all, strategic investments is most important issue in Turklim's main agenda. And capacity development, since the trade is developing day by day, year by year, capacity development, as you are doing here, is important. And multimodal transportation, all multimodal linkage of the ports to the world. And incentives such sustainability, green transformation, renewable energy, and digital transformation are very important. What can we do for the Alfao project, development road project. First of all, I would like to express that we don't look this project as only with Alfao, only with the development road, but Iraqi ports, sea area, and land area, because as you can see that security is indivisible. That's why we should provide the security of this project from the oil terminals ashore to the ports, in neighboring ports as well, and all the land routes and the other projects on the way. That's why we think that we can share our experiences, we can share our know-how on all those issues, such as port security and safety, infrastructure integration under the development road, training and human resource development, green and environmental transformation, digitalization and revenue system, which is very important, and governance of public-private partnership models. And let me give some example of some specific of these cooperation areas, especially port security and maritime safety is one of the important points for the ports. From the maritime side, 24/7 connection with VTS and to flow of VTS data to the center, a maritime intelligence center, for example, is very important. And to provide the security of the offshore terminals are also important, as I mentioned. And we could also provide ISPS consultancy with our huge background on this issue.
Yes.
And also critical infrastructure protection is another hot topic that we can assist on this issue.
Yes.
Development road is the backbone of the port, road, rail, and connectivity between Alfao and Turkey that we attach great importance on this issue. That's why transportation, to secure this transportation and to make it more fluent is more important. That's why we can share our know-how on guidance, establishment of logistics centers, and waterway management.
Mr. Farouk.
Yes.
And Mr. Hamdi, thank you so much.
You're
we have
welcome.
to resume this session. Thank you for highlighting the role of Artlim in the Alfao port, and another thank you for Mr. Fateh for highlighting the private sector role in this project. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.